这一场的专题演讲是邀请到我们韩国首尔国立大学罗成日教授来为我们分享一下这个后疫情时代工业教育的一个发展建议那罗博士他是在首尔国立大学取得农业教育学士、职业教育硕士。那在美国俄亥俄州立大学获得博士学位所以从1999年9月就在韩国首尔国立大学职业教育跟劳动力发展系任教那他的一个教学的一个方法，当然都会在职业教育跟劳动力发展方面这是他的一个专注点那他在2013年的3月到2014年的8月也担任了大韩民国教育部的副部长，那也曾经担任韩国技能与资格协会会长那目前除了在首尔国立大学任教之外，他也担任韩国职业教育学会的会长，跟亚洲职业教育跟培训学术协会会长那他今天来针对后疫情时代的工业教育当然刚刚就诚如我一开始提到这3年的疫情让世界各国的工业教育职业教育其实发生了非常大的一个变化那所以他会针对各国的一个现况然后他们不同国家采用的一些不同的一个教育方式怎么样来因应整个后疫情时代的一些教学变化我想最大的变化大家应该感受到的就是从实体课程到网络教学这个网络教学已经是在以往大家都比较少去touch到那这3年真的在各级教育网络教学是非常盛行所以那怎么样因应这样的网络教学我们在整个工业教育、职业教育方面可以有一些的调整跟更精进那接下来我们就欢迎罗博士来为我们专题演讲。Yes, okay, please.
Thank you. Even I couldn't hear, what does it mean by musical. I think she introduced me wonderful. Thank you for your, wonderful introduction. I am very honored to be invited as a guest speaker here. Actually, this is the second time being invited to here. And as many of you may have guessed, there is the time limit. So the content compared to the allowed time is much larger. So I could stick to the kind of the manuscript prepared for the conference. Please understand that I will present faithfully to the manuscript prepared in advance. I have just 2 hands to write in that, but I need another hand. Anyway, it's okay, Yeah, this slide is South Korea's real-time data in terms of the COVID-19 as of the September 4th, 2020. Updates was discontinued, which means that September 4th is the end of the COVID-19 in Korea. And then also, meanwhile, worldwide, the number of confirmed cases about 690 million people, and then about 6.91 million deaths. On the other hand, Korea recorded about 30.45 million confirmed cases and 36,000 deaths. Appeared to have succeeded in managing a pandemic, but of course I know that Taiwan managed much better than Korea. First of all, I would like to express my condolences to the families of those who have lost their lives on COVID-19. Additionally, I also wish the recovery of those currently receiving treatment or suffering from the COVID-19. My presentation will consist of a brief introduction and institutional response to the pandemic and development and challenges of the institution, future direction, and conclusion. And as a brief introduction, as you know, the COVID-19 has had a huge impact on our daily lives and education. When I say the post-COVID-19 year, I mean after May 7th instead of the September 4th, when WHO officially declared the end of the pandemic as of the May 7th. Although some countries may have declared an end to the outbreak and return to their normal lives before then, I will define the period from the date of the World Health Organization's declaration to the present. That's the post-COVID-19 year. Industrial education also needed to define as education that focuses on individuals' job and employment preparation. And industrial education will be used as a similar concept to abbreviation such as BED, TBED, DPED. Please remember that industrial education, the outbreak and the end of the COVID-19, the response of educational institution, and the BED system are also diverse, so diverse that it is very difficult to comprehensively summarize them. Therefore, I prepared the materials mainly by reviewing related literature and institutional internet resources. Let's look at the progress of COVID-19. The first outbreak began in December 2019, and the WHO declared a pandemic on March 11th, 2020. Since then, control and mitigation efforts, testing, contact tracing, and vaccination have been implemented. And the WHO declared the end of the COVID-19 as of May 7, 2023. There are the findings from the ILO 2022 report on labor market, Asian, and the Pacific region. COVID-19 has had a severe economic impact, resulting in rising inflation, a slow normalization of job recovery, predominant weak in informal employment, continued lack of decent work, and income inequality. In the session of the bad institutional counter to infectious disease, I highlight 6 points. That is the 3 overlapping phases of educational response to the pandemic and the impact of the school closure, skills development in the times of the COVID-19, and impact of the COVID-19, the response of the secondary educational institution, and how industrialized countries responded. Educational policy responses to the COVID-19 pandemic year largely divided into coping, managing continuity, improving, and accelerating. And these 3 pages are overlapping. To briefly explain each step, the coping stage is a response to school closure, protect student health, and prevent learning loss through distance learning. The managing and continuity phase is a series of steps to take up on returning to school. We focus on preventing dropout and enrollment decline and reducing learning gaps. Throughout, improving and accelerating is about securing opportunities to improve the system over the long term. It provides an opportunity to build a stronger and more equitable educational system. The goal is to make education more inclusive, effective, and resilient than before the crisis. Our NRR reported in 2022 that the COVID-19 pandemic has left deep scars on students in developing countries. School closure diminished learning, with developing countries facing a greater setback in lost class time. The Child of the Week reveals the duration of disrupted classroom time for 5 to 19 years old, constituting a significant portion of the world population. Learning losses have been unequal, with developing countries experiencing school closures lasting twice as long as the advanced economy. Adverse impact is amplified due to a higher proportion of school-aged individuals in developing countries compared to advanced economies. The ILO and World Bank report from 2021 focuses on the impact of COVID-19. Disruption to Tibet programs due to the pandemic include closure of Tibet centers, obstacles in providing training, and suspension of apprenticeship and practical skills training, assessment, and certification. Tibet institution response to COVID-19 includes shifting to alternative teaching and assessment methods, mobilizing human and financial resources for distance learning, building new partnerships, and implementing measures to address the skill shortages in essential sectors affected by COVID-19. Tibet institution used a variety of online platforms and tools to provide practical skills training as well as offline platform. Half of the Tibet institution produced and used additional materials, responded by establishing public-private partnership, and developed and utilized many training programs, practice, and resources for sector with labor and skill shortages. This slide illustrates the shift in the adoption of distance learning before and during the COVID-19 pandemic. Initially, only 12 out of the 93 countries frequently employed distance learning. However, during the pandemic, over half of the respondents reported transitioning to entirely remote courses and training. Notably, in low-income countries, just 2 out of the 70 countries indicated that they were delivering full remote training. Presenting the key findings from the ILO and World Bank's 2021 report on Tibet stakeholders. Lack of preparedness to respond quickly to the COVID-19 pandemic, the shift to distance learning through learning by doing, the digitalization and accelerate changes in education system and the labor market have caused confusion, and awareness of the benefit and challenges distance learning has increased, especially in low-income countries, and the provision of the quality Tibet in vulnerable households was hampered. The pandemic has shaped and strengthened public-private partnership in Tibet. Challenges remain in providing the practical skills and work-based learning that are fundamental to Tibet. According to the OECD 2021 report, in the context of the COVID-19 outbreak and pandemic, remote learning solutions were used in upper secondary vocational education and training institutions. School year schedules and curricula were changing. Various return to school strategies were also approached, and testing and qualification tested, providing incentive to employer to provide field learning opportunities and supporting teachers' professional development. These measures have helped to support and improve vocational education and training during the pandemic. In the developed countries, response strategy to the pandemic could be roughly divided into 8 types of the strategy. And it was found that several countries responded similarly to each strategy. The 8 strategies include 1, the use of online solution, 2, training breaks and extension, 3, wage support to maintain apprenticeship, 4, leveraging link between work-based learning and school-based TBET, 5, flexible skills assessment and qualification testing, 6, retraining of redeployed workers, 7, strengthening communication between stakeholder groups, 8, investing in TBET. Let us now look at the development and challenges for BAF due to the pandemic. 7 key topics include the consequence of COVID-19 on teaching and learning in Tibet, remote learning, accelerating learning recovery, labor market challenges and opportunities, the digital transformation and new opportunities, Tibet stakeholder, recovery measure and development challenges for industrial education. The key challenge of COVID-19 on learning and teaching in Tibet institution include difficulties in student engagement and quality assurance, program accessibility and acceptability, increased opportunity cost, increased risk of dropout, and lack of teacher and administrator motivation. Key recommendations for distance learning include strengthening system resilience and investing more in digital and related technology. Effort to ensure participation and learning of underprivileged students in distance learning include a variety of educational approaches. Delivering practical skills remotely is a challenge for Tibet, so investing in new learning methods and increasing delivery flexibility is essential. In the post-COVID-19 era, Accelerate Learning Recovery aims to help students overcome educational disruption caused by pandemic. It's vital for bridging gaps and ensuring students acquire skills for their future careers. That practitioners and leaders play a crucial role in this process. They must employ student-centered strategy to help students recover lost ground and succeed in their vocational education and training. Their efforts are essential for student progress and academic rehabilitation. The ILO 2222 employment outlook reveals a partial COVID-19 recovery with the traditional sector still dominant. Decent to work opportunities favor men over women, and the decent to work target remains unmet. Sustained financial support is essential to move forward. Inclusive growth, stronger labor market, and empowerment of workers and employers are crucial for comprehensive recovery. This is from the British Council report.
Tibet institution adapted and innovated due to COVID-19, embracing digital transformation, flexible curriculum delivery, and improving online understanding. They enhanced the quality assurance, staff skills, and communication. New staff with digital skills were hired, and learners developed digital and independent work abilities, ready to improve the teamwork and engagement. In summary, Tibet development involved digital transformation, quality assurance, and enhanced communication. Why? New opportunities include the curriculum project, prospect, digital marketing, and engagement with employer and communities. The ILO and the World Bank made 3 area and 10 recommendations to the Tibet stakeholders. First one, increase crisis response readiness by developing education sector plans and enhancing the capacity of Tibet teachers and learners to adapt to changing circumstances. Second, to enhance access to education and training by improving internet infrastructure, ensuring affordable connectivity, and collaborating with private educational technology entities. Emphasize equality and inclusiveness to provide broad access to training opportunities throughout individual working lives. Deliver relevant training to address current and future skills needs, incorporating innovative programs and strengthening the recognition of various learning forms. Third, increase effort to reskill and upskill workers and to achieve full employment and facilitate post-pandemic recovery. And this is changes and development of industrial education. The COVID-19 had a significant impact on industrial education, just as it did on education. These changes and development can be classified according to the various components of education on the slide. The result reflects on shift toward greater flexibility and resilience, with a stronger emphasis on digital skills and remote learning. These changes have been shaped by the need to balance safety, educational quality, and workforce readiness in a rapidly changing environment. And the development challenges of industrial education in post-COVID-19 era span the following 5 areas. Curriculum reform includes digital integration, improvement of curriculum shareability, and integration of environment and social sustainability. Areas of teacher development include teachers' digital literacy, adapting to online and branded learning methods, and professional development. Learner learning is about improving online engagement, meeting diversity and inclusion, and ensuring digital access. Educational system require resource allocation, online quality assurance, and industrial collaboration. Materials and techniques include using equipment, distance learning, digital tools, shareability initiative, securing eco-friendly materials and technologies. Transforming industrial education after the pandemic will require a multi-pronged approach that emphasizes collaboration, flexibility, and lifelong learning to adapt to an ever-evolving world. To explore the future direction of industrial education in the post-pandemic era, we'll focus on remaining 7 points, namely industrial education system change, the 3 perspectives of Tibet, the digital transformation framework, adaptation to the future of work, just Tibet transition, the role of the decent work in sustainable development, finally digitalized system transition. This figure illustrates the cost of change impacting bad system. Changes can vary in scope and directly affect multiple dimensions. And even localized adjustment may increase in necessity system-wide rebalancing. The need for change is often driven by social, political, and economic factors that create new demands for education and skills. In response to these demands that may be recognized by policymakers and stakeholders as a crucial component for adaptation and development. And this is the perspective on vocational education training, vary depending on context and goals, providing different lenses to evaluate their programs. These perspectives ensure a comprehensive view benefiting individuals, industries, and society. 3 overlapping bad perspectives are epistemological and pedagogical education system and social economy. These aren't purposes which are broadly educational, economic, and social. Key dimensions for each perspective include the learning format, context, teaching method, which are pedagogical and epistemological, governance, funding, learner status, which are socio-economic and education system perspective, and skills and knowledge that are epistemological, pedagogical, and socio-economic. These perspectives can address that multifaceted nature, aligning program with societal needs. And the future of work in the digital era is increasingly influenced by digital transformation, necessitating broader skills, adaptability, and lifelong learning. That must evolve to equip individuals with digital and soft skills, be flexible and industry responsible, and foster a resilient and adaptable workforce. Adapting back to digital transformation, flexible work, automation, lifelong learning, and ESG policies is complex and essential. Collaboration among institutions, industries, governments, and learners are crucial for that to remain responsible to evolving workforce needs. This is a conceptual framework for digital transformation in Tibet, or BED. The digital transformation in Tibet can occur on multiple lines, including technical development, curriculum advancement, and improved teaching and learning practice, contributing to sustainability and resilience. The study explored the existing practice and lessons from the low and middle-income countries, focusing on governance and underground practitioner. Country case studies covered these aspects. Tibet system can benefit from the digital transformation by enhancing efficiency and effectiveness across various levels, including technical curriculum and teaching. The potential of the digital transformation in Tibet for building sustainable and resilient society is significant. To enhance the TVET system and address the challenge of youth unemployment and lack of skills, is need kind of a strategic plan. This is the strategic plan, like the UNESCO strategy 2022 through 2029 is crucial. UNESCO's vision for this period is to transform Tibet by promoting skills development for empowerment, productive employment, and facilitating the transition to more digital, green, and inclusive economy. This initiative aligns with the United Nations 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development, focusing on 17 Sustainable Development Goals that aim to address global challenges and create a more equitable and sustainable world by 2030. It emphasizes the importance of decent work is promoting social and economic well-being, reducing inequality, enhancing environmental sustainability, and achieving the broader sustainable development goals, as it addresses both economic and social dimensions of development. There are 4 pillars of decent work: promoting jobs and enterprise, guaranteeing right at work, extending social protection, and promoting social dialogue. This is a digitalized system in teaching. Digitalize the system in teaching, as discussed in Fit for Industry 4.0, innovative learning and teaching for digitalization and automation. Refer to the integration of digital technology and automation into the teaching and learning process. This involves using digital tools, resources, and automation methods to enhance educational practice, promote more effective learning, and to prepare students for the demand of the Industry 4.0. It emphasizes adapting education to the digital age, where technology and automation play a central role, and equipping learners with the necessary skills and knowledge for thriving in this context. Teaching should be learner-centered rather than teacher-centered. It should be planned to use the project method rather than lectures or demonstrating, so that a lot of student-dependent learning occurs. And seek to respond through the learning by doing, necessitating ongoing support for learning recovery. Adapting to evolving circumstances, including industrial innovation, digitalization, green initiative, and flexible labor market preparation. Acknowledging diverse international education system while using data-driven policies and international cooperation to enhance adaptability and resilience. Focusing on fostering digital and sustainability competencies and preparing individuals for ever-evolving industries. Oh, that I skipped the first one, this page. Yeah. And then finally, recommendation for the future development on industrial education. In terms of the curriculum and program, should be designed include the industrial relevance or new technology, modularity, and flexibility. Those are the kind of indicator how good industrial education curriculum and program. And also in terms of the teaching and learning method, practical learning, digital integration, and soft skills development should be emphasized in the future. The facilities and resources level include infrastructure, modernization, access to the technology, health and safety services. Industry partnership include work-based learning program, collaboration, research and employer input. Student support services include career guidance, more mentorship and internship placement, and financial aid and scholarship. Finally, the personal support should be emphasized. I think that this is all. Thank you very much.